Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the IRS. Welcome to my YouTube station. I try to give you the information that you need. I'm not like other people on YouTube. I actually worked at IRS, so I actually know what's going on. I worked there 10 years. I've been doing this work. I've been private practice for 41 years, so I don't practice at this. I actually know the IRS system, so whatever I say is very, very important to you, and you can use that and put that in your head as the pure truth. There's a lot of garbage on YouTube, a bunch of salespeople trying, from tax mills, trying to sell you stuff that they don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, let me get into the top tips for offers and compromise. So basically, why offers don't get accepted. Most offers don't get accepted by offer mills. I know that for a fact. Peter Salinger of my team was a former agent up in New York. He worked the offer and compromise. He was a supervisor there, so all the offers really had to go through Peter for a signature. He's worked over 3,500. He can tell you that most offers get rejected from offer mills. And really, the second reason is people just don't know what they're doing. Their offers are ridiculous. And number three, people don't know the formula. So with that said, you have to know us as former IRS agents, why we would reject offers, and those are the reasons. So here's what you need to do. You need to be clear and understand how the IRS agent's going to work their case. They're going to look at your offer, and they have to make sure your offer makes sense. Does it make sense to the numbers? Sometimes you look at a financial statement and there's more expenses than income. How can you do this? People don't explain themselves. Your offer has to be clear, it has to be neat, and it has to make sense. Believe it or not, most are. The second reason is people do not understand the national standards program, and the other group of offers get rejected because people just don't know what the national standards are and how they apply to your case. This is a big wake up. When IRS asks for your financial statement, they're going to knock out your expenses and put it in theirs. You're going to say, well, what are their expenses? They're expenses that were set by the Department of Labor for every county in the United States. And IRS is going to say, we're not going to use your expenses. We're only going to use ours. You want to know what they are? Here's what the tax man tells you. You can just go to Google IRS National Standards for Housing and Utilities, IRS National Standards for Food and Clothing, IRS National Standards for Car Payment, IRS National Standards for Car Expenses. You have to use their standards. If you don't, boom, your offer probably will have no chance to get accepted. IRS is going to look at your assets very closely, especially if you have real estate, and make sure that number is really tight. The big thing that I want to tell you, well, two other things, smaller things. You've got to make sure all your tax returns are filed. If you're self-employed, all your ES payments must be made, must be current for 6 months. If not, your offer isn't going to get accepted. The big thing is write a cover letter. Shh, don't tell everybody. A cover letter is really big. Why? Because you work offer after offer after offer, and you can't separate them. You go to lunch, you come back, you go on break, you come. Which offer I'm working? If you write a cover letter, no more than 2 pages, tell the agent why you can't pay, and go ahead and document that. And boy, your case will be set apart from others. This is a golden tip. Put a nice cover letter with documentation, no more than 2 pages. Anyway, give me a subscription if you will. You had everything from a former IRS agent, teaching instructor, and I work the offer and compromise program. I accept it and deny them. Don't forget my subscription. Thank you very much.